Learning objectives. At the end of this topic, you will be able to learn multiplication of a fraction by a whole number, describe multiplication of a fraction by a fraction, understand division of a whole number by a fraction, learn division of a fraction by another fraction, understand division of a fraction by another fraction, define statement sums in fractions. Now to calculate the product, write the factors in fraction form, then multiply the numerator by 3. The product of 3 and 3 is 9. The numerator and the denominator is 8 times 1, which is 8 as denominator. The product is 9 eighths. 9 eighths can also be written as 1 and 1 by 8. Let's try another method to multiply. This picture shows 3 square units. 2 half squares are selected. This gives us the first factor of 2 and the second factor of half. Mentally adding together, a half and a half unit will give you a sum of 1 unit. Or write the factors in factor form, then multiply the numerator. 2 times 1 is, and 1 times 2 is 2. 2 over 2 is 1. Children, we are going to use measurement to calculate the problem using the following method. Let's start with this question. How many centimeters are there in 2/5 meters? We know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So to change the meters to centimeters, remember the formula. Yes, multiply by 100. So this is how you write it. 2 over 5 times 100. That would give us 200 over 5. 200 over 5 is renamed in lowest terms as 40 centimeters. Let's explore more. The orange juice can contains 3 liters of soft drinks. After having 4 pieces of pizza, Adam then had 2/5 of the soft drink. How much soft drink did he have? Let's find out. We will use the number line to get the answer. The number line scale is marked each at 1/5. In 3 liters of orange juice, Adam drank 2/5 of it. The number sentence should be 3 times 2/5. So do 3 jumps of 2/5 each and it lands on 1 and 1/5. That's the answer. So 2/5 of 3 is 1 and 1/5. Shanti ate 1/5 of a cake. She gave 2/5 of the remainder to her sister. What fraction of the cake did Shanti's sister receive? First, we have to find the remainder of the cake. So 1 whole cake minus 1/6 of what Shanti ate. We name 1 whole cake as 6 over 6 minus 1/6. That will give us 5/6. So the remainder is 5/6 of the cake. To find what fraction Shanti's sister received, multiply 2/5 by 5/6. See how the number sentence is written. Yes, Shanti's sister received 1/3 of the cake. Well, children, you may apply any of the methods used to find the answer. Let us find the product of 2 by 5 and 3 by 4. To find the product of these fractions, we need to multiply the numerators and write the number in numerator, that is, 2 into 3 is equal to 6. And then multiply the denominator numbers and write it in the denominator. That is, 5 into 4 is equal to 20. We get 6 divided by 20. We can reduce the fractions if necessary. Both the numerator and denominator are divisible by 2. Therefore, 3 divided by 10 is the required solution. Now we are going to learn multiplication of fraction by a fraction. Let's see, 1/2 of 1/2 is equal to 1/4. Here, let us find the value of 1 by 2 times 1 by 3. Observe, 1 by 2 times 1 by 3 can be written as 1 times 1 by 2 times 3. Now multiply the numerator. and write 1 in the numerator's place. Next, multiply the denominators 2 and 3 and write 6 in the denominator. The graphical representation of this calculation is shown here. Let us multiply 2 by 5 with 2 by 3. 2 by 5 times 2 by 3 is 4 by 15. 2 by 5 means shading 2 parts out of 5. 2 by 3 means shading 2 parts out of 3 parts. The answer 4 by 15 can be shown by shading 4 parts out of 15 parts. Division of whole number by a fraction. Now let us learn how to divide a whole number by fraction. Consider the example. Divide 6 by 1 by 2. How many groups of 1 by 2 are in 6 whole? Let's take 6 apples and divide the 6 apples into 2 parts. Now we can easily count how many parts are there. Totally, there are 12 parts. Reciprocal of a fraction. Reciprocal of a fraction can be obtained by changing the numerator to denominator and the denominator to numerator. For example, the reciprocal of 2 divided by 3 is 3 divided by 2. Let's take another example. The reciprocal of 8 is 1 divided by 8. And again, reciprocal of 1 divided by 8 is 8. Division of a fraction by a whole number. Divide 1, 2 over 7 by 5. First, we must convert the mixed fraction as improper fraction. That is, find the product of 1 and 7 is equal to 7 and add 2. We will get 9. So this becomes 9 by 7 divided by 5 by 1. Multiply both numerators 9 and 1, which is equal to 9, and multiply both denominators 7 and 5, which is equal to 35. Therefore, the answer is 9 divided by 35. Division of a fraction by another. Find the value of 4 by 5 divided by 2 by 3. Step 1. Invert the fraction that you're dividing by, that is 4 by 5 divided by 2 by 3, which is equal to 4 by 5 times 3 by 2. Step 2. Multiply both the numerators and the denominators. That is, multiply the numerators 4 times 3 is equal to 12. Then multiply the denominators 5 times 2 is equal to 10. Step 3. Simplify the fraction if necessary. Here both the numerator and denominator are divisible by 2. So this can be written as 6 by 5. 6 by 5 is an improper fraction. So we need to convert this into mixed fraction. Divide 6 by 5. We get the mixed fraction as 1 by 5. Congratulations! You have learned to multiply whole numbers with proper fraction. The product can be written in mixed form, can be rewritten in the simplest form. Solve problems involving multiplication of fractions. The rule for multiplying fractions. Multiply the numerators and the denominators separately. Remember to always give your answer in the lowest term and as a mixed number if possible. Multiplying a fraction by another fraction is nothing but just multiplying its numerator and writing the product in the numerator, and multiplying the denominators and writing the product in the denominator's place. A reciprocal of a fraction is obtained by inverting it upside down. We have seen how to divide two fractions. While dividing a whole number by a fraction, we multiply the whole number with the reciprocal of that fraction. While dividing a fraction by a whole number, we multiply the fraction by the reciprocal of the whole number. While dividing one fraction by another fraction, we multiply the first fraction by the reciprocal of the other. Solve problems involving multiplication of fractions. The rule for multiplying fractions. Multiply the numerators and the denominators separately. Remember to always give your answer in the lowest term and as a mixed number if possible. Multiplying a fraction by another fraction is nothing but just multiplying its numerator and writing the product in the numerator, and multiplying the denominators and writing the product in the denominator's place. A reciprocal of a fraction is obtained by inverting it upside down. We have seen how to divide two fractions. While dividing a whole number by a fraction, we multiply the whole number with the reciprocal of that fraction. While dividing a fraction by a whole number, we multiply the fraction by the reciprocal of the whole number. While dividing one fraction by another fraction, we multiply the first fraction by the reciprocal of the other.